So there are 5 main paradigms in machine learning, and I will talk about each one of them in turn, and then try to stick back and see what is the big picture, and what is this idea of of the master algorithm. The first way computers discover knowledge is by filling gaps in existing knowledge. Pretty much the same way that scientists work, right? You make observations, you hypothesize theories to explain them, and then you see where they fall short, and then you adapt them, or throw them away and try new ones, and so on. So this is one. Another one is to emulate the brain, right? The greatest learning machine on earth is the one inside your skull, so let's reverse engineering. Third one is to simulate evolution, right? Evolution, by some standards, is actually an even greater learning algorithm than your brain is, because, first of all, it made your brain. It also made your body, and it also made every other life form on Earth. So maybe that's something worth figuring out how it works and doing it with computers. Here's another one, and this is to realize that all the knowledge that you learn is necessarily uncertain, right? When something is induced from data, you're never quite sure about it. So the way to learn is to quantify that uncertainty using probability, and then as you see more evidence, the probability of different hypotheses evolves, right? And there's an optimal way to do this using Bayes' theorem, and that's what this approach is. Finally, the last approach in some ways is actually the simplest and maybe even the most intuitive. It's actually to just reason by analogy. There's a lot of evidence in psychology that humans do this all the time. You're faced with a new situation, you try to find a matching situation in your experience, and then you transfer the solution from the situation that you already know to the new situation that you're faced with.